They're off in the Breeders Cup Juvenile Fillies.
Welcome to the Racing Dudes preview of the 2021 Breeders Cup Juvenile Fillies. I'm your host, Curtis Kalleward, a.k.a. Magic, and joining me now is my co-host of the Magic Mike Show podcast, Mr. Mike Somich. Mike, small field of 6, big old heavy favorite in the undefeated Echo Zulu. Bettors are going to have to be really careful how they structure their tickets for this race. How do you approach betting a field like this?
Well, you got to make a decision first, right? It's either you're Echo Zulu or you're not. And if you're not, you got to avoid Echo Zulu. You can't be going 2 or 3 deep in multi-race wagers using Echo Zulu and a couple others in here. Long term, that's just a negative EV play. It's not a good idea. So you first have to decide, am I playing the favorite or am I taking a stand against the favorite? In this one, we have 2 nice races on the turf, both before and after with full fields. It's a great pick 3 sequence if you have opinions in those 2 turf races. And that's if you want to play Echo Zulu or if you want to get around Echo Zulu. Either way, it offers some value from that opinion. I also think, you can sprinkle a couple of longer shots underneath, and we'll get to that in a minute here, which can create value inside the triple or the superfecta if you're willing to go 1 horse in that top spot, 1 horse in the second spot, and then spread out with some numbers underneath and see if you can get a decent ticket home.
Just once in the past 9 years, the favorite has won this race. It was the legendary Songbird. Echo Zulu is going to try and make it 2 for 10. It sounds like you're not that hot on her, especially listening to the pre-entry show, Mike. So your thoughts on Echo Zulu, if she's good or bad chalk, and then let me know if there's a long shot who's really catching your eye.
Look, I think she's bad chalk, and I'm happy that you throw that stat out. It makes me feel even better about it. Let's have favorites go 1 for 11 here. Look, Echo Zulu, I have distance concerns. We haven't seen Echo Zulu go 2 turns yet. She hasn't faced this level of a field before. I think there are a couple other horses in here that are already competitive with her, and I think there are a couple up-and-comers that could make some hay here. So for me, Echo Zulu, at the price you're going to end up with her, and it's going to be awfully short, I just have no interest in it. And then on top of that, you have this post position draw where Echo Zulu draws outside Juju's map. Well, Juju's map's not slow. I mean, they're both very quick. Juju's map is going to have the ability to go and, let's say, just decide not to get all the way to the rail. And then all of a sudden, Echo Zulu is 3-4 wide on the first turn. Juju's map can tuck in. Echo Zulu then has to use more horse to get around. I think it sets up for both of them to be a little bit vulnerable. So if you see that speed duel happen, and I don't see any way you don't, because if you're Juju's map, you do not want Echo Zulu to just clear and get comfortable, right? Even when you saw Juju's map win last time at Keeneland, forced the 12 to use some horse to be able to get there and then pounce on the 12 on the final turn. Well, guess what? Echo Zulu is a little bit better than what Juju's map faced at Keeneland. She's going to have to use some herself to be able to hold off Echo Zulu into that first turn. I think it makes both of them vulnerable here, and I think it creates a ton of value in this race.
Well, let's talk about that value then, because you've got 3 horses who are 5 to 2 or shorter on the morning line, including Echo Zulu at 4 to 5. Remember, the other 3, huge prices. Which one do you like? Take your pick.
Well, I'm going to go with Hidden Connection on top. 5 to 2, not a massive price. But look, Hidden Connection is going to get ignored. That's just plain and simple. I think 5 to 2 is way too low from a morning line perspective. I think you'll get closer to 4 or 5 to 1 on race day. Juju's map and Echo Zulu are going to take all the money. And I mean all the money in this spot. I love the fact that you get Raylu Gutierrez up. I'm a big Raylu fan. Been very happy with what he's been able to do since leaving the New York circuit, going down, winning a bunch at Sam Houston, winning a bunch at Lone Star. Did very well at the last Keeneland meet. This horse just keeps getting better and better. And I mentioned the distance concerns I had around Echo Zulu. Connect has been better at 2 turns than 1 turn as an early sire here. So I think that Hidden Connection is actually going to enjoy the distance more. And on top of that, we just talked about how you could have this speed duel between Juju's map and Echo Zulu. Guess who's going to sit right behind it? Hidden Connection. He's going to be, or she's going to be able to pounce on those top 2 leaders. I think she's going to be able to get the job done here. And I think you're going to be able to get a decent price on her.
Mike, there's a couple of horses here that are long shots who were second to a couple of short-priced horses here, but now things are changing upward. A different venue, different field, a little bit more experience. Either of those runner-ups in Sequist and Tarabi, do you think they can turn the tables on the fillies who beat them?
I'm really interested in Tarabi here, and you're getting a nice price at 12 to 1. Cherie DeVoe is one of those trainers that people don't know enough about yet. She's an assistant to Chad Brown. She has done nothing but put out rock stars in great spots across the last year or so. She's won some big numbers all over the place. And when you look at a horse like Tarabi, who would clearly wants more distance here, who wasn't able to beat Echo Zulu going 7 furlongs, but now we're getting that 2-turn mile and a 16th distance. I think Tarabi's awfully dangerous to flip the script on Echo Zulu. On top of that, you got Sequist here, who ran second to Juju's map last time. Sequist gave me a high 5 at the rail. She was so wide last time out. So if you're able to get a little bit better trip with Sequist, who also got pinched early, if you go back and you watch that race, just everything went wrong for Sequist. Everything went right for Juju's map. It's still only a 4-length difference. And now we're going to have a more favoring racetrack toward horses that want to close. Look, going a mile and a 16th at Keeneland, you got to be on or close to the lead. You got a short stretch. There's no time to close. If you go back and watch that replay, you can see that Sequist tried to accelerate around the turn and ends up 9 or 10 wide because of that, and then has to kind of regain their stride when Echo Zulu was going too wide and able to just burst as soon as she hit the stretch. That gave her a huge advantage. You still saw Sequist closing ground. I'm not sure Sequist can get in front of Echo Zulu here, but I do like Tarabi quite a bit, and I think playing both of them underneath creates value in the single race bets.
Thanks for joining Mike and I to preview this race for the Breeders' Cup. For all 14 Breeders' Cup World Championship race previews, go to racingdudes.com. Before you leave, hit like, smash that subscribe button, ring the notification bell. You don't want to miss a single show we do.